We are in a very significant time in our history. There's things that need to be said, there's things that need to be done, and change needs to happen. Because of everything that's been going on, I felt inspired to write a new blog post. It's all about unity. I'm going to start focusing on what Martin Luther King said. And here's a good quote from him. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? It really brings out from within us, that individualistic mindset, that identity piece, being that it's not about us all the time, it's about others as well. And this is something that Jesus talked about. The purpose of the church, the purpose of his followers, he says, is love God, love people, and make disciples. Martin Luther King is tapping right into that. Now there's very significant things happening in our society and our culture right now that needs to have happened. I read a book last year, and it actually is very timely for today. Let me show you. So, Letters That Divide. I'm going to read a paragraph for you. I'm going to feature this also in my post, but I think it's very pointed for what we are going through right now as a society, as an American culture. A significant contention of African Americans is that there has never been repentance by whites for the centuries of atrocities committed against blacks. These atrocities include, but are not limited to, slavery, crimes committed against slaves, such as murder, assault, and rape, segregation, violent intimidation, verbal and mental oppression, and discrimination. Whites typically want to leave the past in the past to go forward on a level playing field, viewing repentance or an apology as unnecessary, if not inappropriate. Blacks typically contend that even though slavery was abolished, civil rights laws enacted, discrimination outlawed, affirmative action established, there has been no repentance. Therefore, whites cannot be trusted, have not truly turned from their racist ways, and continue to discreetly discriminate and promote racist ideology. I can't begin to put myself in a person of color's shoes. I haven't lived with that. I do have friends who are people of color, but I'm not that, so I can't fully engage that or understand it or even think to try to do that. But I want to listen, I want to hear, I want to learn, and this book is excellent, and that's exactly what it's about. So we've got a white man and a black man, and they wrote letters back and forth, and both were just trying to understand each. They were friends, they had worked together, and then they had moved on to different jobs. So they had unfinished conversations whenever they separated and moved across the country. So they were writing letters back and forth over many years and trying to understand one another, listening to one another. And I think that's very important that we do that even now. So this book has great information in it. It gives very good perspective. I learned a lot. I'm going to actually reread it and just review it so that it's fresh in my mind. I look forward to sharing my blog post with you, so keep an eye out for that this week.